So on my last video, we put this car together, and when putting in the front and the rear diffs, or connecting it to the chassis, I noticed that there was no grease actually around the outside of the differential. So some of you stated in the comments below my video, are you sure that there's grease inside of the differentials? And I'm all like, yeah, of course there is, because they came already built up. The front suspension and everything was already built up, and so was the rear. So what type of manufacturer would send out a kit with everything already built if you've just got to take it apart to grease it? That's just dumb, right? But then I got to wondering, is it possible? I'm hoping not. So we're going to take one of them apart and see if it's got grease in it. So this is the ZD Racing Thunder B10E, and you're watching John Robinson RC. So I'm going to give you a very quick update. Firstly, I put the stickers on quite badly. Let's move on from that very quickly. What I will say is there was a slight cut here in the shell. That was done during shipping, so that wasn't a manufacturing issue or anything like that. So I've just put some of this super duper tape on the inside and obviously put my sticker on the outside. If you watched my last video, if you haven't, I will link it below. This part of the shell mount, body mount, I didn't put it on the last time. And confession time, I've actually lost it. I don't know where it went to, because I always put all of the bits into a nice orange box and it's not there. And I've turned the whole place upside down, cannot find it. But luckily, the WL Toys 144001 fits there perfectly, which is fantastic. Those that remember, I didn't figure out where this came from. Yes, it's obvious now. There's 4 holes, and there was 4 holes on the receiver box, but there you go. What other things? Yes, the casing here I have put in. That's the casing to go over the spur and motor pinion. And there's a little grommet in there that I will show you on the next video when I put all of the electronics in. But for now, we have to take this off. So I'm only doing the front now to see whether we've got any grease in there. I really do hope there's grease, or else I don't understand what's the point of having it already built. There you go. So are we in shot? Yes, we are. Take off the 2 shocks at the front. And I will actually take out the screw and put it back into the hole that it came out of, just so I can keep track. Ooh, there's a spacer on this, so I will grab the spacer off the other one as well. It's either that just was hanging on there. So that's the 2 there. And then the 2 screws here, I assume. I've never taken this car apart, so I am just assuming right now. And then steering here needs to come off. What would be best? I'm going to take off the 2 screws there. I think it'll be the easiest way to do it. And as you can see, I have in fact already taken off the steering arm here on both sides. That's why the wheels were all wobbly. The reason why you're taking off these bits here is because it enables you, enables you to get the CVD joints out of the way, the drive shafts, dog bones. I know that they're called a lot of things, even though the dog bones are usually at the rear. But as you can see, ooh, let me just lift that up. You can see that that is now free on both sides. Nice, nice, nice. So, what should we do? Down here, you can see that you've got the anti-roll bar here, so I'm hoping I can just pop that off with this tool. Oh, well, that was rather easy, wasn't it? Can that be done with finger? No, okay. Nice, that is now off as well and out of the way. So, back underneath, and these 4 screws need to come out. Okay, so I am going to take off, oh no, there we go. I was about to say I am going to take off that, but it was just because it was being held on there. So, sorry about that. Now we have that free. So. Okay, see these two screws here? That one there and that one on the other side. I'll take those off and hopefully... Did I need to take all of this off? I don't think I need to take all of this off because... let me look. I still... What's going on? This to here. And then, yeah, we have to take off those two there as well because it's being held at the back. I still think I didn't have to take it out, but what's going on? This is actually the tool that came with it. Thought it was weird. Pull that one out, that falls off. So yes, it all have to come off after all. So, right, it is out, ladies and gents. So, these four have to come out. Lift the top off. Look at that. Derby grease. I'm not even going to mess with that. It's going back on. I am happy. My faith is restored. But, of course, if you wish to re-grease your diffs, this is how you do it. Let me just make sure it's all lined up. No, it wasn't. I'm not screwing those all the way down. I am doing it down to where I then tighten them up with the Allen key, Allen wrench. And as you all know, you must tighten them 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not tighten too much, because you can over tighten these. All working. And as what is typical for me, being a bit of a plonker, I didn't look at which direction this was, because obviously if it goes in that way or that way dictates on which way the wheels go. And that's why at the bottom of every video that I create, I say the disclaimer that I'm not an expert. This is just a hobby. It's for fun. Nice, 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 nice. Right. That goes that way when it's going forward. So, goes in that way. As long as that's yeah. Right. I don't think this needed to come off. I think it needed to just be loosened to give you the ability to pull it up, but just keep that in mind. Putting the bumper, oh no, I can't put that on yet. Just wanted to make sure it was lined up here, but of course you can still line it up to a certain degree. Goes that way, right? Yeah, okay, makes more sense. So a couple of you have asked why the videos have been a bit intermittent lately. It's because I've been concentrating on my family and sorting out a few things, specifically getting a newer car, not a new car, but a newer car. And just because we're on an island that is not very long, large in size, we've got ourselves a full electric car, a Nissan Leaf. So not only is my hobby electric RC cars, but it's now part of my everyday life with the road car, which is fantastic. Remembering that as I've grown up, I've had Subaru Imprezas and the whatnot, and now I've gone then to the Prius, being the hybrid, and then over to the full electric, and I've never been happier. They are so fantastic to drive. Please, haters out there of electric cars, understand that it's free to charge in Malta, so makes sense. I like to save a bit of money. Right, now, ladies and gentlemen, do we put this all together here? I think we do. So, CVD back in, like, get out of the way. No. What are you talking about, John? First job is anti-roll bar. So we do that first. Push that back down and click. Nice. So does that go underneath? Oh, it does go underneath. Right, so CVD in and then undo that one. Bring that down and any of this in shot. There we go. Making a video, probably worthwhile making sure it's in shot, John. And then the other side. CVD in. Nice. So, suspension. Don't forget the little stopper that goes on the inner side, and it was mounted on the middle hole there. too far and I popped it through. There we go. These are the 4 screws for underneath, but we have to just make sure that the drive shaft goes into this here. Very important. Come on. See, I go forward and these wheels go forward. Upside down. As you can see, that lip has got to go underneath the bumper, which I should know from when I put it all together. Just checking that the drive shaft's still in. So, steering back on, click and click. We have steering and we have drive. Nice. So, let me just have a look. This all had to come off, those had to come off, that had to come off, and that. So technically, no, you didn't need to unscrew it, but I think it's just easier. The rear is going to be very similar. If you see, oh, excuse me, let me turn it upside down maybe. It's a very similar system. In fact, it's exactly the same system. So it will be just the reverse of what we did the other side. So, ladies and gents, did they grease it? Yes, they did. And I'm very happy with that because I have a little bit more faith in the manufacturer. Saying that though, I've never had problems with ZD Racing, so I don't think that you need to be concerned in any way. I'm still in awe that for $75 US I've got all of this car. I really am very impressed. So thank you so much for watching. On the next video, I'm going to obviously be putting all the electronics in, and depending how long the video is, we'll either be driving it there and then or on a next video, because I can't have videos that are so long lately. Have a great day. Stay safe. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.